Okay, I just had to stop what I was doing and move everything out of the way. So I think in order for someone to speak to you, they're going to have to stop what they're doing and move all of the stuff that they don't need out of the way. That's something I think is important to note. Now, before I started this reading, I had an idea to ask, what's the smelly old counterpart doing over here? And what is the new energy doing that you have access to? Oh, okay, that one's still going over there. That you have access to if you want it. If you want it. If you don't want new energy, then just focus on the smelly old one. That's all. I don't know what to tell you. So many people are like, I don't want that energy. I want this energy. Okay, have energy. Have any energy you want. I'm just here to show you where your energy is in regards to those two things. So smelly old counterpart energy. Can't like get him out of your cold dead hands. We've got the Two of Cups here and the Strength card. You feel eternally connected to this person, or they feel eternally connected to you. The connection is still very strong. There is this very strong desire for your paths to cross and to meet up in person. There's a mixture of two wands with two cups in this card for me when I see those two roses like that, which is giving a sense that you likely feel that this person that you had a painful past with, because there's thorns on the roses, this person is still somebody that you care very strongly for, and you still really want to be with that person. That's for some of you, okay? For others that want the new energy, what's going on over here? Well, very interesting. We've got a Page of Wands here, so there is a spark. There is a connection that's being sparked. For some of you, it may be about transforming or learning another lesson. But for others, it's about the painful past that I accidentally talked about. The painful past to be transformed. This new connection is somebody that's going to awaken you to the true divine spark. What you might have been holding on to, which I said with your my cold dead hands, are you going to bring this from me? So your hands might be cold and dead. Like there might be no life left to resuscitate here in this first relationship, although it will always have a strong power over you and be something that is very formative for you. And it might be still something that you want very much, but this new energy is something that's also like awakening you up on a much deeper level in some way that you have not been able to experience an awakening with the first person. For instance, if you are just meant to experience relationship and connection and the first person cannot do that with you, then you are not awakening to relationship and connection. You are awakening to the relationship with yourself. Hopefully you've done that work now, though. Hopefully you're on a journey where that work has been done. Because most of you that I see on a daily basis who book readings from me, you've done the work. Speaking of readings, I do have one reading backed up, an email reading, but I'm almost fully caught up. So if you're needing readings, you know where to find me. There's that snake again. But this is exciting. Okay, so the good news is one of these energies is going to break the standstill by taking a bold action. Now, what I find interesting here is that the new energy had the young looking snake here, and now we have a much older, wiser, more fierce one. So that might be a sign for some of you that the person who's going to take action is the person that honestly you have something is sparked, this awakening is sparked with this new energy. And it's much more healing, and it saves you, I think, from being stuck on this other connection that has really, really challenged you in a lot of ways, that definitely made you ready for this King of Wands action. So let me just ask, okay, so for those of you that are really wanting this King of Wands to be the first energy, let me pull cards for you about that, and then I will pull cards for the second group that would really like to be new energy. So for those of you that are hoping it's this past energy, what advice is there for you as you wait for them to show up? Okay, Knight of Cups. So This for me is giving that I do think you might need to explore some emotionally available partners before this person comes through, because you're getting a knight energy here when it should be a king, or in this case a son when it should be a father. So I feel like there is still more for you to learn here about emotional availability that you cannot learn through this person, because they are learning how to be emotionally available, and it's not on you to teach them how to do that. It's on them to learn how and to share that availability with you. Now, you may have your own emotional unavailability. That's being demonstrated by the fact that even though you have new energy, you're holding on to something that isn't actually a physical connection in reality. It's something that is the potential, or something you hope for, or something you remember that was wonderful or amazing or whatever it is, but it's not here. The new energy is offering you something that might be more powerful for you in terms of being able to come to a level of emotional mastery that this other connection is maybe not able to provide quite yet. So that's what needs to be worked on if you're sitting firmly in that first, I know my divine counterpart, it is this person, I do not question it at all, and I will wait for them until kingdom come. That's fine. Just work on your emotional availability while you're waiting, and it'll speed things up for you. Okay, now let's take a look at the second group, or maybe for those of you that are thinking, maybe I should consider, what advice do you have? Okay, so for you, you have to work on this feeling secure. Feeling secure. This is a state of mind. It is not a set of circumstances. Are there a set of circumstances that make believing in your resources being stable and feeling security and safety? Is there a level where that is easier? Yes. But do you get to that level of easy without first feeling at ease? I know. I just don't think you do. I think some people are born with a different mindset around money, finances, security about their body, about their value, about their worth, whatever it is. Everybody's born into various circumstances that make this harder or easier, but it's achievable without the ideal circumstances. And that's something that you need to embrace. You know, you might feel like I need to be stable in some way, or I need to feel more secure about my body or the way I appear. Or the person who shows up needs to be way more stable in their finances than it seems like some of these people that are showing up for, whatever it is. I urge you to embrace the security and safety is a mindset. It comes from shifting your energy within. It is heavily influenced by external circumstances, but you can definitely find the feeling before you get to the material manifestation. And once you have acquired this, and it does require faith, once you have acquired this skill, then you will be able to be very confident and accept this bold action, because those of you that sort of rejected the potential for this connection, your shadow is that you are maybe insecure about relationships, or maybe insecure about somebody seeing you and just wanting you and desiring you and coming forward like this in this energy. And you just need to feel a little bit more confident and a little more secure about how amazing you are and how much value you have. What I do see is that you are doing what it takes to step up into a self-concept that is more in alignment with your fantasies or dreams here with this moon energy. You're moving higher up the emotional tone scale. Every time that you address one of these wounds that you have from your past around security or around emotional availability, and there's the counterpart energy, you absolutely have what it takes to match this energy that you're seeking to come towards you. You're already a match for it. You've already shed that old self-concept. Excuse me. And look at that. You have come into this culmination. Acknowledge that, feel at peace around that, and watch what happens. And if you need me, you know where to find me.